So, welcome to our session today. We are talking about asthma and energetics. So, you may or may not know that I've got an asthmatic cat called Leo, and I'm going to share with you in this video what I've done alongside his veterinary care. Okay. So, before I get into it, I'd love to know where you're joining me from. So, hop into the comments and share that with me. And also, just to mention that there's a bit of a disclaimer. The information that I'm going to share with you in this video is my experience. It's my experience of my work with my cat. It's my experience of my qualifications in energy and how I've applied them using them with my cat and the results that I've seen. So please note that what is contained in this video does not replace veterinary care. Okay. And the information that I'm going to share with you is complementary. It is not alternative. Now, that's a really important distinction to make. Everything that Naturally Cats does, everything that I do, that I stand for, that I practice, that I share with clients, that I use with my own boys, is complementary. So it complements other options of treatment, other modes, other modalities of treatment. Alternative means in replace of, and that's not what this is. Okay, so I'm going to share with you complementary options that you can consider to support your asthmatic cat. So I'm going to talk a bit about Leo. I'm going to share with you what I've noticed with him, what I've done with him, and how he's helped me to understand that there is more to the physical body than the symptoms that we see. So let's start off by talking about mirroring and how this is important when it comes to an asthmatic cat. So we got Leo from a rescue centre, and 3 months after we got him, he started coughing. We tried different treatments to find out what was going on from, antihistamine tablets and hairball gel and, a few other things. And I was saying to my now ex-husband, it's asthma. Like with everything that I do with Naturally Cats, the job that I have, like I know this is the next step on my journey. My previous cat pickle had diabetes, pancreatitis, arthritis, gingivitis. I said, I know it's asthma. And long story short, it did turn out to be asthma. What I'm not sure if you're aware of is actually a few months after we got baby Max, there was also a breathing incident with him. And we ended up going to a specialist and God, he had tests done and we were told that actually he was asthmatic. Now, that was a bit of a misdiagnosis, but can you imagine having 2 asthmatic cats? Now, in my head, in my heart, I knew that there was something else going on. And what I've realized is that our cats will mirror us. And I don't want to get too personal, but I realized that I couldn't breathe in my marriage. So is it a surprise that I've got an asthmatic cat who has problems breathing? You can write your own conclusion about that bit. But what I have seen over the nearly 20 years now that I've worked with cats is that they will show us where we need to grow, whether that's through mirroring, modeling, or helping to inspire us. And I talk a bit about this in one of my other videos, which I'll link below. But it's no coincidence that I had a cat that couldn't breathe. And what I found is that the more I'm aware of my energetic state, my emotional state, the more Leo is happy, healthy, and thriving. So we've been through all sorts. I decided that I didn't want to treat him with oral steroids, so we used the inhaler, the AeroKat. I'm not plugging a brand, but that's the one that we used. And he will have either one puff in the morning and one puff in the evening, or nothing, and a little bit of a combination in between. So at the moment, he's not having any. He's off his inhaled steroids, which is fabulous. Give his body a break, his immune system a chance to kind of recover. And I think it's no coincidence that since we've started to get him off, or since I've started to get him off the inhaler, my personal circumstances changed. So I've recently finally got divorced. I feel like I'm able to breathe. I now own my home, which you can see from the window here. I've got the beautiful woods out behind me. The deer, the stags have just started to grunt and rutting seasons began. I literally feel like I can breathe. You know, autumn and winter are my favorite seasons. Get to a beautiful scarf like the one I'm wearing today, which is new. So let me talk a bit about what to consider. So if you're having, which I hope you are, conversations with your vet about your asthmatic cat, look at other things. The physical body is almost like those set of, I don't know what they're called, those Russian dolls where you've got the big one and then inside is the next size down, the next size down, the next size down. You've got a teeny tiny one inside. The physical body has layers like that. You know, there is an emotional layer and an energetic layer and the physical layer, which, you know, we focus on. So if you've got a cat that's wheezing and can't breathe, of course you need to deal with that. And there are other things. So when I recognized that Leo was mirroring my capacity to hold my breath, to not be able to breathe freely, I realized I needed to do more. So what you'll find in this book, Cat Chakras, A Complete Guide to Clearing, Cleansing and Balancing Your Cat's Core Energy Centers, is I will talk about the 7 main chakras. I will talk about the lungs and how to use herbs and meditation and crystals and color therapy to help your cat. And this is some of the things I'm going to talk to you about today. So I have noticed that if I don't regularly meditate, Leo needs more inhalers. Now, the reason that I can tell he needs an inhaler is because he will start to kind of do this, like almost like a wet swallow. It's almost like he's got a bit of phlegm and he can't quite clear it, which obviously cats don't. And he'll come and purr and sit near me and purr and be like swallowing quite a lot. And there'll be once or twice where he'll like make a raspy kind of noise. So I know that we need to increase his inhalers. You know, you get to know your cat. No one knows your cat better than you, my love. No one. Okay. So I can read him and know when I'm not taking care of myself, he will feel that. And I talk about this in many of my other videos. I can't even name a specific one because I probably mention it quite a lot. How we are so deeply connected to our cats. So intrinsically connected. So if I'm not nurturing myself and looking after myself, my boys can feel that. And both of them have shared with me in chakra cleanses, in communication sessions. The more I nurture myself, the more I honor them. Their exact words. Baby Max is now starting to jump on that train and say it. Pickle and Leo have been saying it for years. I finally got the memo. So when I do regular meditation, think about meditation, like literally calms the breath in the body. It relaxes all the different systems in your body. So when you meditate, you change your frequency and your cats can feel that. So I'm not saying you've got to do 30 minutes every day and your asthmatic cat will stop needing medication. Absolutely not. What I'm saying is the more that you nurture and look after yourself, you're aware of your breathing, you focus on your breathing, you nurture and honor your breathing, the more your cats will feel that. One of the tools that we use in the Soul Led Guardian program, again, I'll drop a link below if you're interested to come and join us, is something called a calm connection. And I do mention this in one of my other videos about feeling the frequency of your cat. And it's about kind of just putting your hands on your body and connecting in with yourself for 3 deep breaths, having your eyes closed. We haven't got time to do it today because I've got quite a lot to cover. And even in those 3 breaths, you know, your shoulders will drop, your face will soften, your body will feel better. And you can just breathe better. So honoring yourself with meditation is one of the first ways to support your cat with energetics. So it's like they say on the airplane, putting your own oxygen mask on first before you help other people. If you don't have good energetic health, your cat will feel that too. And they will show that to you in a myriad of different ways. So look after yourself first and honor yourself. So I hope this video is helpful. Don't forget, if you haven't already, to subscribe to the Naturally Cats YouTube channel. Make sure you click the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified of my new releases and you can help your cat with every video. So we've talked about mirroring, we've talked about meditation. Now, let's talk a little bit about color therapy. So as I mentioned in the Cat Chakra book, we talk about all of this. I talk about the 7 main chakras, which you can see here. Okay. And each one is a different color. They're also on my logo. And each one vibrates at a different frequency. Now, again, feel the frequency of your cat video is a great video to watch if you're not sure what I'm talking about. Which chakras do cats have is also another one that I would advise you check out if you don't know what a chakra is. And you can get the book and get a signed copy from my website. So each of the chakras vibrates at a different frequency. Like everything is made of energy. And if one of the chakras is out of balance, either overactive or underactive or has a blockage, there is energetic support needed. Now, we have chakras, we are out of balance. You often hear people talk about grounding, and it's important to do other things as well to nurture our energetic health. Now, with your cats, particularly with asthmatic cats, you want to think about them being grounded, which is red, the root chakra, okay, and their heart here. Okay, so around the lungs, the heart and the solar plexus. So you can put down pieces of fabric in and around the home. I've got 3 on my spare bed, 2 in the front room, 2 in the dining room, 1 in the front room. So you can put pieces of color in and around the home. Now, if you haven't got fabric, don't worry, go and raid your wardrobe or get a lovely scarf or put a t-shirt down. Like I could put this t-shirt down. I turn it inside out because it's got stars on it. And I could put this t-shirt down. And I wouldn't be surprised, probably baby Max actually, if the boys went to lie on it, because this has a different frequency to the black vest that I've got on underneath, okay? So when you put down pieces of color, like it could be paper, it could be scarves, it could be clothes. I mean, it could be a pair of pants, clean, hopefully. What I'm saying is if you give your cat the choice to manage their own energy, trust me when I say they will do it. I have seen it so many times. And it's actually a real beauty to behold because you see them having autonomy, you see them doing what they need to and having control over what they need to feel good. So color therapy is a great way to support your asthmatic cat with energetics. And again, don't forget, this is complementary, not alternative. One other I want to mention is herbs. So I just happen to have both of them here actually. I'm signing some books this morning for orders. The Aromatic Cat Book, How to Use Herbs, Hydrosols and Essential Oils for Your Cat's Wellbeing. In here, we talk about a herb garden. I'm not going to go into that in this video, but we do detail 20 different herbs, 20 different botanicals, that you can look at in terms of essential oils, hydrosols, and dried herbs. And if you think about, like I said, the chakras that are out of balance when it comes to asthma, the root, grounding, the heart, and the solar plexus, have a think about what could nurture those chakras. So rose beautifully is one of the most nurturing herbs or botanicals that are available, helping the cat to feel safe, i.e. with the root. So we're looking at something like valerian root. Valerian also helps to reduce physical discomfort. So if the cat is struggling physically with their asthma, that may also help. So you get a nice towel or blanket, put it in a quiet area of the home and put down some dried herbs and flowers, no more than 2 or 3, I would say. Again, full details are in here. We've even got a section at the back where you can look at a glossary. And if you look here for asthma, we've got 7 pages that have got reference to asthma. So think about putting herbs down. And if you're not sure where to start with valerian root. It's a massive hit. Cats absolutely love it. Although I must warn you, it smells a bit like sweaty feet. So it's not necessarily pleasant for the humans. On that note, what I do for Leo is I have valerian root powder down on a plate and he will lick it as and when he needs to. I don't have it down all the time. It's usually only valid as in like fresh for 3 or 4 days. Make sure that you get your valerian root powder from a good quality supplier. I get mine from My Animal Matters with Rachel Windsor, I think, or Rachel not, I'm not sure. My Animal Matters. And when you put down a powder, just on a saucer, not in the food, not next to the food, not next to the litter tray, not next to the water, just like at a random place. If the cat needs it, they will go to it and use it. So offering herbal remedies using self-selection principles is a brilliant way, again, to give your cat the choice about how they help and nurture themselves. And then the last one that I wanted to mention is an aura cleanse. Now, again, feel the frequency of your cat. It's a great video. and I would really recommend you watch it. I go into it in more detail than I'm going to do in this video. So feeling the frequency of your cat is about sensing and feeling their aura. Now, as I've said to you, everything is made of energy. Energy is actually the foundations of the physical body. So if there's a physical problem, there's a physical issue, there's been an energetic imbalance for a while. Okay, so the physical body is like what we see at the top, the outside layer. Then underneath that, you've got the emotional and mental. Then underneath that, you've got the energetics. And on the energetic level, if there hasn't been a good flow of energy, if there's been, like I said, underactive or overactive or a blockage, that's when there is an emotional and a mental disturbance. And then that's when that leads to a physical problem. So just treating the physical problem, which is, don't get me wrong, is the beautiful work that vets do. And you need to find a good vet because you need to work in tandem with your vet. Treating the physical issue, ailment, or problem is important. That's key. You don't want to have, particularly with asthma, a cat having chronic asthma attacks because that's inflammation in their body, fluid on the lungs, etc. And there's more you can do. You don't just give them a tablet or just use the inhaler. There are other options to support those other layers that are contributing to that problem. So with an aura cleanse, you ground and center yourself. You can visualize your roots going down into the ground, do the calm connection with a few deep breaths and your hands on your body. And then it's about being really present with your cat. So not when the TV's on, not when the kids are running around the house, not when your partner's just come home from work, not when your roommate's just come home, wants to share with you. It's about turning your phone off, putting it in a separate room, and truly being present. That in itself, when you have that moment with your cat, is one of the most wonderful connections that we and they can experience. And whether you're an energy practitioner or not, it doesn't matter. Everybody has the capacity to feel energy. You may just need a bit of practice. Full details are in the Cat Chakra book. I talked to you about how to sense and feel energy, how to connect with your cat via energy, what to do with energy. And an aura cleanse is about, if this was the cat, it's about, using your hands to sense and feel what's going on with them. Where is it warm? Where is it cool? Generally, those two things mean there's either too much energy or not enough energy. Where does it feel fizzy and poppy? Where does it feel a bit kind of staticky, like, sparky? What can you sense and feel around the cat? When it comes to asthma, doing an aura cleanse with the cat is hugely beneficial because what happens when the cat has an asthma attack is that, yes, there is an increase in the physical response in the body, like extra fluid, extra phlegm, etc., etc. There's also an energetic like ripple, and that will stay in the body. So if you think about the lungs, if they're contracting or if they are having problems moving air through, not scientifically explaining this very well, but you get the gist. And there's like the lungs are reacting. If you give the cat a steroid or a bronchodilator and they kind of calm and then they can just breathe, what happens to that energy that was created when they were spasming, when they were reactive? Where does that go? It sits in the body. It moves in the body. It may come out of the lungs. If the breath is moving through, it may come out of the lungs, but it's still in the physical body, which is why having color down, having herbs down can help your cat to shift it and release it, which is crucial. And by you doing an aura cleanse and the meditation, you are becoming an active participant in healing your cat, like literally. So if you can do an aura cleanse with them and feel that hot spot or that cool spot and charge their chakra with energy or reduce the energy that they've got there, you can take that blockage out and give the body space to heal on an energetic level. God, this is a topic that I could talk about all day long, and I'm at like 19 minutes. So I'm going to wrap us up because I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. So just to recap, if you haven't already subscribed to the Naturally Cat's YouTube channel, be sure that you do so you don't miss out on videos. If you've got an asthmatic cat, I would really encourage you to look at yourself. What is going on in your life that is making you feel like you can't breathe? And you may have to get really real with yourself. Maybe it's a job you've been in for years. Maybe like me, it's a relationship that's not right for you. Maybe there are other things going on. But being honest with yourself, where can you not breathe in your day to day? Start there. If you need help with that, I would would recommend you come and join us in the Become a Solid Cat Guardian program. The first half of the program is about the human. It's about helping you to deal with your pain and trauma and the things that are keeping you stuck, the things that are stopping you from being able to take a nice deep breath, the things that mean you're always stressed or anxious or on edge or up in your head. Okay, again, I'll pop a link below. So consider what's going on in your life. Why is the cat that's with you got asthma? Why is that your soul contract together? There's a reason for that. Then it's meditation, just literally like a few minutes. You don't even have to do it every day, but the more you are consciously aware of nurturing yourself and your energy, the more you will help and support your cat. Herbs and color therapy, all of which are in the 2 books. In fact, most of it's in cat chakras because I talk about color in here, herbs and essential oils. If you want to go into the next level down, like I said, with the herbs, hydrosols and essential oils, we do break it down a bit more in the Aromatic Cat. So the books are slightly different. Nyana was really strict and I could only put so much content in here, which is great because I put it into this one instead. Both the books are available from my website, naturallycats.co.uk. And if you get them from me, you get a signed copy and help support an independent business. And then lastly is the Aura Cleanse, which, like I said, can be a lovely way to just really connect in with your cat. You don't have to be an energy practitioner, but if you can just be present and notice what you sense and feel in your hands, notice what's going on with your cat. Where do they move? Do they come to you, etc.? Again, everything's in the Cat Chakra book. So I hope this has been helpful. Don't forget, like I said, none of it replaces veterinary care, and there is absolutely a place for that. Leo has at times the AeroKat inhaler. Okay, he has steroids. If I go away, whoever looks after him will give him like a quarter of a 1 milligram, I think it is, or a half of a 1 milligram prednisolone tablet, like a steroid tablet. So I do use medication. Like I said to you, I'm not an alternative practitioner. I'm a complementary practitioner. Can't get my words out. End of the day for me. So I wanted to share this video because I wanted you to know that medication isn't the only way. Okay. There is more that you can do. And when you open up yourself to these other avenues and you start to look at the realm of energetics and emotional support and the impact that has in the physical body, it's absolutely phenomenal. Because I've seen it myself with my boys and with many, many clients. So thank you very much. You can tell I don't want to go because I'm not wrapping up the video. So thank you very much for being here with me. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I'll pop a link to all the bits that I've mentioned, the Soul Led Guardian program, Feel the Frequency, and the Soul Contract videos for your cats. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for being part of the Naturally Cats community, and I will see you soon. Lots of love. Bye for now.